Daryl went over to Darkyo, who sat on the floor leaning against a stone block. His helmet was gone, and his long white hair and beard were stained with blood. His eyes were open, and his breathing labored. His armored vest was sliced open by the fiend's claws, but it protected him enough from certain death. Verkar carried the body of Falklark over to the others and laid him gently on the floor. Darko saw his fallen friend.
Leave me with the car. Go finish our work, rescue the captives.
He spoke slowly. Leo went over to the fiend and took the keyring from his belt and headed to the metal gate to the dungeon. Daryl followed, and both paladins brought magic fire to their blades. Leo found the key to the gate. With a squeal of metal opened the gate. Stairs led down to the darkness. As they continued down the stairway to the dungeons in the glow from their swords, the air turned sulphurous, and the paladin's eyes began to burn. Ready for an attack, but the passage was deserted. The stairs came to a small chamber lit by a flickering torch. The room was filled with bones. Skulls of many creatures were stacked upon one another up to the ceiling. Along the far wall, a large metal keyring hung on a skeletal finger. Daryl took the keyring, and Leo pushed open the door to the dungeons. Daryl stepped through the door behind Leo. Before them was a volcanic caldera open to the cloud-covered sky that glowed orange from the lava lake at the bottom of the pit. The trail wound through vapors and smoke along the wall of the pit in a descending spiral, with metal gates of the prisoner cells cut into the wall along this path, while the other side steeply dropped off into the fiery pit.
These films are deadly foul. We must not stay here for long.
Leo warned.
All right.
Daryl went to the first cell, and Leo continued on to the next. Daryl knocked on the gate of the cell with the handle of his knife. "Anyone?" No answer. Daryl inserted the key into the lock. With a creaking, the door opened. He heard a soft moan from the corner of the darkened cell. He looked into the wide eyes of an elf. The poor creature was starved and raised his arms in fear to protect himself.
We are here to free you. The Demon King has been killed.
As soon as Daryl spoke these words, the elf fell at his feet. From the cell where Leo stood came the cry of,
"Free me!"
And then cries of despair began to ring out from the cells as the prisoners realized they were being rescued. Daryl looked at the ragged elf.
"Go to the throne room and wait for us there."
The elf hobbled out of the cell. As Daryl reached the doorway, a troll rambled past him, following in the direction of the elf. Leo waited for him, and they went on to the next cell. The cell was quiet. Daryl put the key to the lock and pushed the door open. Inside the cell was dark, so Daryl drew his sword and brought the golden fire. At the back of the cell was a skeleton wrapped in the uniform of an elf archer. Daryl turned to Leo and shook his head.
Right here.
They went to the next cell that also was quiet. Daryl opened the door. As he stepped in the cell, he saw standing before him in the golden light of his blade the dragon princess. She faced him, and Daryl, who had never met a draken, was surprised at how human her body appeared. Her face looked like a beautiful young girl with a tiara of 4 white tiny horns rimmed the top of her head. Her shoulders were bare, and a white woven blouse covered her chest. Her arms appeared human until below her elbow, small purple-blue scales led down to her clawed hands. Her blouse was tucked into leather shorts, and purple-blue scales formed below her knees and over her clawed feet. Her wings were folded, and her tail was covered with purple-blue scales. Her legs were shackled by a chain attached to an iron ring set in the stone wall. Leo entered the cell.
"You are Zala?"
The dragon girl raised her head, and proclaimed in a strong, sweet voice, I am Zella of Tempora, daughter of the great dragon Magast. I am in your bond for freeing me from the Diamond King Forgan. Perhaps Zella has not heard about the banishment of the Demon King, Darrell thought.
Oops. The Demon King has been sent to the ice prison in Merceland.
Darrell used the key to remove the shackles from Zala's legs. Zala looked at the two paladins. Although I am in your bond, I must ask for your permission that I find the Dragonstone. The Dark Lord stole the Dragonstone from me when he captured me at my lair within the Crystal Tower. He hoped to use the Dragonstones for dragon power to become immortal. He tried to force me to assist him to discover the secret of the stone, but he must not have succeeded if you were able to defeat him. Leo replied,
You are free to go. We intend for you to stay with us. We release you from the Draken tradition of bond.
Zella went to leave, then turned to the paladins. You have filled my heart with gratitude. Her blue eyes focused on Darrell. Someday, I promise, I will repair you. Darrell felt a strange blush as she spoke these words. Zala went through the doorway, unfurled her wings, and launched herself into the sky. Darrell watched her flying until she disappeared into the orange clouds. Leo finally interrupted.
Let's finish our work.